Hey friends, and welcome back to English Podcast for Listening and Speaking. It's so lovely to have you here with me again today. I hope you're feeling cozy and ready to just relax and listen. Our purpose here together is simple: to learn English in a way that feels calm, natural, and just like listening to a good story. We won't rush. We'll simply explore words and ideas together, letting them gently sink in, making our learning journey peaceful and enjoyable. This isn't about stress or pressure. It's about finding comfort and confidence in connecting through language. If this episode or any of our episodes helps you feel a little more at ease with English, or perhaps sparks a moment of calm in your day, I would be so grateful if you considered liking this episode, subscribing to our channel, or even leaving a kind comment below. It truly helps more people find our quiet little corner here, and it lets me know that these gentle conversations are meaningful to you. Thank you for being here. Now, let's gently drift into today's topic. I thought it would be interesting and perhaps quite calming to simply talk about a day in my life. Not a special day, not a holiday, but just a regular, ordinary day. Sometimes we overlook the beauty and the lessons hidden within our everyday moments, don't we? I've often found that when I pause and truly think about my day, from the moment I open my eyes until I close them again at night, there are so many tiny experiences, so many feelings, and so much to observe. It's like a quiet river, flowing steadily, sometimes slow, sometimes a little faster, but always moving. And in this gentle flow, we can discover so much about ourselves and the world around us. For me, a typical day often begins very slowly. The quietest part of the morning, before the world truly wakes up, has always held a special magic for me. It's when thoughts feel clearest and there's a sense of fresh possibility. I remember one morning recently, the sun was just peeking through the curtains, casting long, soft shadows across the room, and I just lay there for a moment, simply breathing, listening to the very first bird song. It was such a simple moment, but it felt incredibly profound. A gentle beginning to whatever the day might bring. And that's what we'll explore today. These quiet moments, these simple routines, and the vocabulary and grammar that naturally emerge when we talk about them. It's about finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. Now, get comfortable. Maybe pour some tea, and let's begin. Now that we've set the scene, let's gently introduce some words and phrases that help us talk about these simple, everyday moments. These aren't just words. They're little keys that can unlock new ways to express your own daily life. The first phrase I want to talk about is to stir. When we talk about waking up, we often say, we wake up. But sometimes it's a softer process, isn't it? It's a gentle stirring. Imagine you're still half asleep, but you feel a slight movement, a slight change, a gentle stirring inside you. Or maybe you hear a faint sound. It's not a sudden jump, but a slow awakening. Let's try that word, stirring. Can you say it with me? Stirring. One more time, slowly. Stirring. A gentle stirring. Perhaps the birds outside begin their first soft chirps, and you feel a gentle stirring. Once you're truly awake, most of us have something we do every day. We have a morning routine. This is a set of actions you do regularly each morning. Maybe it's making coffee, or stretching, or reading. My warm morning routine usually involves a warm drink and some quiet time. Think about your own morning routine. What does it involve? Can you say the phrase with me? Morning routine. Enti. Again, slowly. Morning routine. It's comforting to have a morning routine, isn't it? Sometimes a particular smell can mark the beginning of your day or a part of it. We can call this ayapo, familiar scent. It's a smell you know well, one that brings comfort or a sense of recognition. For me, it's often the familiar scent of freshly brewed coffee that fills the air, or the smell of rain on the pavement after a dry spell. These familiar scents can be very grounding. Let's practice this phrase, familiar scent. Say it slowly with me, familiar scent. Isn't it wonderful how a familiar scent can bring back a memory or signal a new part of the day? As the day begins, before you fully dive into your tasks, you might take a quick look at something. We say you might glance at something. To glance at means to look very quickly, not intensely, but just for a moment. You might glance at the clock, or glance at the headlines on your phone, or glance at the sky to see the weather. It's a fleeting look. Let's try that verb. Glance at sa. Can you say it? Glance at sa. And again, slowly. Glance at us. Did you glance at anything just now? As the day progresses, many of us have to travel to work or school. This regular journey is called a commute. It might be by car, bus, train, or even by walking. My own commute can be quite peaceful depending on the route. It's that time you spend getting from one main place to another. Let's practice the word commute. Ka. Say it with me. Commute. Ah. And once more, nice and slow. Commute. How do you feel about your daily commute? And on days when you don't have a fixed place to go, you might have small tasks to do outside the house. We call these sayo errands. For example, going to the grocery store, mailing a letter, or picking up something from a shop. These are all errands. They are small, necessary jobs. Let's say this word together. Errands. Slowly. Errands. Ta. Do you enjoy running errands? Or do you prefer to stay at home? As the day winds down and evening arrives, it's important to find ways to relax and de-stress. We say we need to unwind. To unwind means to relax after a period of work or tension. It's about letting go of the day's pressures. Maybe you unwind by reading a book, listening to music, or taking a warm bath. Let's practice this verb, unwind. Can you say it with me? Unwind. And again, very slowly. Unwind. How do you like to unwind at the end of your day? Finally, throughout the day, there are small moments that are truly special, and we want to enjoy them completely. We can say we savor these moments. To savor means to enjoy something slowly and completely, to really taste it, feel it, or experience it without rushing. You might savor a cup of tea, or savor a quiet moment of reflection, or savor a pleasant conversation. Let's practice this word. Savor, wow. Say it with me. Savor, wow. And one more time with feeling. Savor, wow. What small moments do you try to savors in your day? These words, stirring, morning routine, familiar scent, glance at wow, commute, errands, unwind, and savor, are all part of the natural flow of daily life. They help us paint a more detailed picture of our experiences. Remember, the key is to use them naturally in your own stories. Now, as we reflect on these moments and how we describe them, it's a wonderful opportunity to gently explore how we talk about things that have already happened or things that began in the past and still feel connected to us now. This brings us to a beautiful part of English grammar, the past tense, and sometimes the present perfect. These aren't just rules, they are tools that help us tell our stories, whether it's about a day that just passed or an experience that lives within us. When we talk about a day in my life, we naturally recount what happened, step by step. We use the simple past tense for actions that started and finished at a specific time in the past. For example, earlier, I mentioned feeling a gentle stirring. To tell you about that moment, I would say, this morning, I felt a gentle stirring. Not I feel, but I felt because it happened already. Think about your own morning today. What did you do? Perhaps you drank a warm cup of tea or you read a few pages of a book. These are actions completed in the past. We use the past tense to place them firmly in that timeline. For instance, I savored my coffee this morning, remembering to truly enjoy each sip. It was a moment that happened and is now a memory. Let's try a few more examples connecting to the words we just learned. After that initial stirring, I began my morning routine. I didn't begin it right now. I began it a little while ago. Then, I glanced at the clock on the wall, just a quick look to see the time. I didn't stare at it. I glanced. It was a fleeting action, completed in the past. The familiar scent of toast filled the kitchen. It filled it then, and now that memory stays with me. The past tense helps us build a narrative to lay out the events of our day like beads on a string, one after another. It's how we share our experiences and tell others what we did or what occurred. Now, sometimes we talk about experiences that started in the past but feel like they are still true or important now. For these, we often use the present perfect. It's like saying, this has been my experience up to this moment. For example, I have always loved the quiet hum of a morning when the world is still waking up. This isn't just about one morning. It's a feeling that started long ago and continues to be true for me. Have you ever felt that way? Perhaps you have learned a lot of new words in English and that learning started in the past, but it continues and influences your ability to understand now. Or maybe you have visited a special place that has changed you. The present perfect connects the past to the present, showing a continuity or an effect that lasts. So, when I reflect on my day, I might say, I woke up early today and I drank my coffee slowly. Those are specific past actions. But I might also say, I have always found comfort in these quiet moments. This shows a long-standing feeling, connected from the past right up to now. The beauty of these tenses is how naturally they fit into our daily stories. They allow us to paint a full picture, not just of what we're doing, but of what we have done and what we have experienced over time. Don't worry too much about perfect rules right now. Just listen for how these different ways of talking about the past sound when woven into a simple story. It's about feeling the flow of the language. Now, it's time to gently put these words and grammar patterns into practice. This is your turn to feel the language in your mouth, to let the sounds become familiar. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try your best, slowly and calmly. I'll say a sentence, and then I'll pause, giving you time to repeat it slowly. out loud if you can, or softly in your mind. This helps your muscles get used to the English sounds. Let's start with some of the words we talked about. Remember, gentle stirring? Please repeat after me. This morning, I felt a gentle stirring as the light appeared. Again, slowly, I felt a gentle stirring. Excellent. Now for morning routine. Please repeat. After the gentle stirring, I began my morning routine. Once more, I began my morning routine. And how about glanced at? Repeat after me. I glanced at the clock, but I didn't worry about the time. One more time. I glanced at the clock. Think about the familiar scent. Repeat this slowly. A familiar scent of coffee filled the kitchen. Again, slowly. A familiar scent filled the kitchen. And the word savored. Please repeat. I savored my coffee, enjoying every warm sip. Once more, I savored my coffee. Wonderful. Now, let's try to weave in some of the grammar we explored. The past tense and the present perfect. Repeat this sentence. I woke up early today, and I drank my tea slowly. Again, I woke up early, and I drank my tea slowly. Now, a sentence using the present perfect, thinking about something that started in the past and continues to now. Please repeat. I have always found peace in the quiet moments of the morning. Again, slowly. I have always found peace in the quiet moments. Now it's your turn to think and respond, even if it's just to yourself. There's no right or wrong answer, just your own experience. Take your time. Think about your own morning today. Can you describe one thing you did this morning using the past tense? For example, I ate breakfast, or I walked my dog. Take a quiet moment to think of one simple sentence. And can you think of something you have always enjoyed or have always done in the mornings? Something that brings you peace or comfort, just like I have always found peace in the quiet. Maybe you have always loved reading a book with your coffee, or you have always enjoyed watching the sunrise. Don't worry if it feels a little difficult at first. The goal here is simply to begin to form these thoughts in English, to feel the shape of the sentences. This kind of gentle practice, thinking and speaking to yourself, is incredibly powerful. You can even write down your answers in a journal later if you like. It helps to solidify the language in your mind. We've explored so much together today, haven't we? From the gentle stirring of a new day to the calm rhythm of our routines. It reminds me how much beauty and peace can be found in the simplest moments, those quiet times we truly savor. Just like we talked about the idea of a gentle stirring at the start of the day, I hope today's listening practice has offered a gentle stirring within you, a quiet awakening to the possibilities of English. Remember those moments we explored, like savoring a warm cup of coffee or finding peace in the quiet moments of the morning. It's in these small, consistent acts, whether in life or in learning, that we truly grow. Thank you so much for joining me today, for spending this time practicing and reflecting together. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident, a little more at ease with English today, I would be so grateful if you considered sharing it with someone else who is also on their language journey. Your support helps this quiet space continue to grow. Until next time, take good care of yourself, keep finding those peaceful moments, and always keep learning. Goodbye for now.